Jealousy and envy.
Ooh.
Ooh. Big words.
Big words. What about it?
It's things people feel.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And I think sometimes when people realize they're feeling that way, then that can then spiral some other feelings like maybe some shame or guilt for feeling those feelings and so forth. So,
Or they're mean.
or they're mean and maybe they don't
Some
feel
people,
anything.
no. So I think some people turn it into hate. Like, they have this and I'm jealous or I'm envious in some sort of way. And so I'm going to hate on them for it.
Mm.
Yes.
So tell me what you're seeing out there.
I'm seeing a lot of that. Honestly, anytime that I come across a video and it's regarding like someone spent money on something or like they had this one experience, people are in the comments being like, I can't even afford groceries this week. I'm like, that really sucks for you. However, what does that have to do with this video?
So people are seeing something that they're like, that cost money and I can't even afford groceries. And so a comment like that, do you think that that is more envy or jealousy?
Probably envy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do we distinguish between the two?
That's a fantastic question. I don't know. Jealousy, envy is sort of like, I want that, but I'll never have that. And jealousy is sort of like, I want that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like in my head, that's how it is. Envy has like a little bit more of like a bitter bite to it, I feel like.
Oh.
I don't know. Just in my head, that's how that goes.
Okay. Well,
I'm sure you know the actual definitions.
I don't have Webster memorized, but
Okay.
I'll give it a shot. Actually, I would see it sort of the opposite.
Oh.
Jealousy has a bit more of a bite.
Really?
So envy is like a lot of people feel envy. It's a very normal feeling, and it usually has two parts to it. One, they are seeing something that someone else has, or, you know, and there's a part of them that would want it for themselves. Right? So they see something and then they have their own thought, emotion, reaction to that. Whereas jealousy actually involves those two things, but it has another component, which is fear.
Okay.
Yeah. So if someone is jealous, they are seeing someone else have something and they're afraid that either they will lose something that they have themselves or that they will never have it for themselves.
Interesting. Okay. I've never associated jealousy with fear, but.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that deeper root to it.
Okay.
Whereas both of them have some similar components to it.
Envy just sounds like it's more deep rooted.
Really?
Jealousy feels very trivial, mean girl vibes. And envy feels like grown up, deep, dark rooted vibes. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe the word itself, envy, sounds a little bit more sophisticated. I think there might be more emotional maturity involved with envy. Whereas jealousy, when you talk about the mean girl vibes, what do you think motivates the mean girl to say or do something?
The want for that?
It could be that they want it, but usually, so wanting something isn't necessarily bad.
No.
Right? Envying someone, wanting something more, seeing somebody else do something, accomplish something.
It's all about how you take that one,
Right.
like respond to that feeling.
Because it could be like, oh, wow, I want that for myself. So it could motivate us, inspire us to do something. You know, like there could be some feeling sad that we don't have that for ourselves right now. That's also normal. So what envy does for us when we see somebody else who is doing something, having something that we see missing from our own life. So that's another key feature that we usually only envy somebody when they have something in the world that we don't currently. That doesn't mean it's never going to happen. It just means maybe right now. And then also, we usually don't envy people things that we're not there in our life yet. Right?
Okay.
So you might not envy like 50-year-old people stuff
No.
because you're not there.
No.
But you might and that's another thing is a lot of times we compare ourselves to some of our similar age peer groups as we're looking at different milestones that we're reaching.
Okay.
You know, whether it's
I'm not envious of the people who are getting married or having kids at this time in their life.
and you do have peers your age who are
Yeah.
doing that.
Uh-huh.
And that's just not where you're at.
No.
But maybe when you in 5 years, if that is something that you wanted for yourself
Mm-hmm.
and you weren't able to make it happen
I'm
for
not
yourself
even
yet.
envious of the people in relationships at this moment. That just seems like a whole lot that I don't want to deal with.
Right.
Yeah.
And yet it could be that you are keeping yourself occupied with other responsibilities right now, other priorities.
Yep.
And that might shift for you in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Or not.
At this rate. Anyways.
Yeah, and so that's another part of it is we're oftentimes looking at our siblings as our similar aged friends.
I don't envy my siblings.
And
I'm reflecting on what you're saying.
Yes. Well, and I don't know. I didn't come across any literature whether it was siblings and everything I read was like siblings in general.
Oh.
But I didn't see any distinctions if you had same gender siblings.
Oh.
You know, if you had a
don't.
sister with, you know, that were a couple years your age, would you be measuring things by their accomplishments versus when you have brothers?
I think there's a whole nother component there because there's the parents comparison also. Because if I had a sister who was a few years younger or older than me who was at a different place in their life, I could see your husband making some comments about comparisons.
We've tried. I've tried with him, and you know, I'm certain.
And he means it lightheartedly.
He does.
Yes.
But I will say that we were very intentional, or tried to be, because especially having twins, that is something that is really common with twins is comparisons. Like, well, who's the smarter? Who's the taller? Who's the this? Who's the that? And so, and I think I've said it before.
They're all in the same playing field all across the board.
You're right. And somebody, they have different strengths and so forth. But we really always referred to them as the boys instead of the twins. So they didn't really hear the word twins until they went to school, just because we knew that would be an added component to sibling competitiveness that we really try. And I think sibling rivalry, right? That envy and jealousy, that is so common.
Yeah.
And I don't know that there's any way to not have that. I don't know that parents can do anything. If so, please, parents, give me a call and give me some tips.
Don't compare. That would really help.
Yes. And I think sometimes, I mean, yeah, don't compare. And yet, I think the other thing is not feeling like you constantly have to not let individuals shine, because I'm all about celebrating everybody's successes, milestones, no matter how big or small. I mean, I'm always up for a good celebration, right? So, because I think all of those successes should be celebrated, especially when people have been working towards something and achieve it, then we can celebrate that. And yet, I've also heard, so like, I don't know, in this day of gentle parenting and some other kinds of things, like letting some people shine over here will make others feel bad.
No, don't dull or sparkle or I whimsy.
I think that has other drawbacks, right? And that is just life. When you do something on this end,
I think that teaches people that you can't be too much, otherwise it's too much for everybody else.
And my thing is,
don't be you because it's too much for everybody else.
And everybody has things to celebrate, right? And so everybody can find different ways to shine in their own in their own ways.
Mhm.
And so I think sometimes when we dole things out of envy,
Mhm.
out of we don't want some people to feel bad, I don't know that feeling bad
Mhm.
or feeling envious or jealous is always a bad thing. It can be, and we'll get to some of that, but again, it can be used in a way when we are going, wow, I really want that for myself. Then that can, again, what do you do with it? I think it's more your reaction to it, like noticing
Mhm.
your whole, I noticed this, that I'm like, ooh, I want that. And like, that is so cool that they did this, or they have this, or that they've made this happen for themselves. And so I think sometimes people do think that celebrating other people's successes, meaning other people aren't succeeding, whereas every day is a different day, a different moment. We can have all sorts of celebrations.
Mhm.
Life is hard enough. Why would we not try to find places?
Mhm.
What? You're having a thought. It says,
No.
Angel, you're too optimistic.
My eye is like intensely twitching at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah. It's been rough. It's been the past 2 days.
you're on break.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do we need to psychoanalyze this after this recording? Is it that you've got a trip coming up, a vacation?
Mm.
Because getting ready for vacations are stressful.
No. So. Mm-mm.
Probably dealing with your mother.
Yeah, probably.
Mommy issues.
Yep. Wouldn't doubt it. Anyways, jealousy and envy.
Yes. So, um, so it seemed to surprise you, maybe the difference between the two.
I guess. I still don't really understand the difference between the two.
Mm.
But, like, yeah. It's fine. I don't need you to explain it again.
Well, I'm trying to think of examples too, because if you're wondering, then we might have some listeners who are also wondering.
Yeah, but you also told me, like, 5 minutes ago, and I don't even remember what you said, so.
Okay. So we can be envious, jealous, etc. of all sorts of things. So it could be friendships, partner relationships, grades, athletic teams, types of things. I made the team, somebody else didn't, or I'm in a starting position, my friend is not. Um, it can also be, what people are doing, where they're going, who they're hanging out with, right? Because now we see everything on social media. So it's like, oh my goodness, my friends got together and they went here, and I'm seeing this picture, and I'm not there.
Yeah.
Right now, maybe I was invited and I had other obligations, so maybe it doesn't feel like a big deal, but you know, feeling left out, right? The FOMO and so forth. And does that mean friends can't get together without, sending the invite to everyone? So there's all sorts of things that can come up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's you distinguish between envy and jealousy. We'll just do a vacation, right? Pretty standard. Um, so you can look on social media and go, oh, man, my friend went there. Wow, that looks beautiful. Oh, I wish I could go. And so that would be a feeling of envy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, that looks beautiful. I wish I could go on a vacation like that, or what have you. The difference is when there's some jealousy, like a fear that either what I have I'll lose, or that I might never have that. And
Mm-hmm.
so the jealousy would be coming in if, look, like, she got to go on vacation, and look at this place.
Must be nice.
Must be nice, because I'll never be able to afford that, or this or that. And there are certainly economic realities, oftentimes in friend groups, we may have different socioeconomic status and different things like that. So that it could be real. And quite honestly, it could be based
Financial
on values.
decisions.
Yes, values, financial decisions. For
career
us,
paths.
we will always say for vacation. I mean, having multiple vacations a year, going places, that is a value for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually forego a lot of day-to-day spending because we would rather, take off every 3-4 months and do something bigger.
3-4 months, Angel.
Is it more often?
It,
I'm looking at my
anyways,
fall schedule going,
yeah,
I got some fun
yeah,
plans. Yes, because that's important.
yeah.
Like literally, I would
Living
say
life.
I work for vacations. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I work because I love
margaritas.
doing it, but also that is what allows me to see the world and experience it.
I work for vacations and margaritas.
Well, and I was going to say, and coffee for you.
Yeah, nah.
I might work for some coffee occasionally too, but
I appreciate you working for my coffee.
you're working for your own coffee, girl. You do.
Right.
Right. But no, like we all do our own sort of things. Like I play hard and I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I work hard and I want to play hard.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
But does that make sense then? The difference between the
Yes.
two, and and it translates into relationships too, right?
Mhm.
Like envious. Like I said, I am envious sometimes when I see pictures my sisters got together and stuff. But I'm glad that they do it. It's like, oh man, I wish I had been available to go, or I could have joined them, or whatever. But I don't. And this is the difference, right? Do we begrudge other people, or
Mhm.
do we resent other people for doing or having things that we're like, oh man, I wish I had that, or I wished
Mhm.
I was there.
Mhm.
And so there could be this thing like I would not want other people to do these things. Just sometimes I wanna go play too.
Okay.
Right? Like I'm envious of your little trip this weekend. It's
Really.
gonna be fun. But just because I think it'll be fun, like not that I want to go.
You would not have fun.
I would not. But if I were your age, just taking off, going with a girlfriend, I like that. You don't, those are the things you will remember 30 years from now. And
Mhm.
so I love the memory making thing. But you know me,
Mhm.
there's probably not a trip that's being had that I'm not in. Well, if you're going to tell me you're going to go climb Mount Everest or something, I'm like, good luck with that. Like,
I'm gonna go cliff jumping in Egypt. Actually.
are you?
No.
Have fun with that.
Are there even cliffs in Egypt?
Yeah, skydiving. No, I see
I
no
meant in
need
Greece.
to jump out of a perfectly good friend. I do want Greece, Italy.
Yes.
In fact, I was thinking today, like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
owning a little villa in Italy. Total dream.
Yes. Yes.
Living there a month, 2 or 3 times a year.
You've got some properties you could sell to make that happen.
So I figured we needed to do a vacation for 3 or 4 weeks there and see how we like it.
Eh. Yeah. It's travel. You're gonna tell me that you're not gonna like it?
Well, but I think when you do something for that amount of time, it's a total different vibe than.
That's not the topic of this at all.
It's not, but it's okay. We used an example and we went down that rabbit hole. All
Yep.
right.
Guys, just know anytime we give any sort of example, there will be a rabbit hole gone down.
Absolutely. But I would say those are when I'm looking at social media, seeing the places that people go and then seeing their families and some of the things that they do together. Like, it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I see all the girlies that travel and get to have fun, and I'm like, wish it could be me. It is not me because I have responsibilities. However, I want to be one of the girlies who just gets paid to go travel and see places. That would
So
be
would you
so
say
fun.
that's envy or jealousy?
It's not jealousy. No.
There's not a fear of like,
There's
I'll
no
never have
fear
that life.
there. It's like that could be me. That's not me. And that's okay for now.
Right.
Right.
I think that this brings up another aspect, right? Which is most of the time that we're seeing these, it's because we're seeing them on social media. And do we think sometimes we're getting a glimpse?
No, we're really not. We are not.
We're not just getting a sliver of a glimpse?
Oh, I thought there was more to that.
No. So
I thought you meant like a glimpse of their life.
okay.
No, we're getting approximately 2 seconds of their
2
life.
seconds, just a little sliver. So we don't see all the things, right? So even though, because even your dad talks about this, right? Like our vacation pictures
Yeah.
look great.
Yeah. We look like we love each other, even though that we were arguing like 2 minutes prior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's smiling though.
Well, for the most
For the
part,
most part.
you know, if your brothers are in it, it's rare, but it gets a little tougher to get them to smile
Meow.
all at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that anytime you get the more people in the picture, it's harder for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Imagine back in the day what it was like, which is one of the differences between now and the olden days,
Okay.
which is, you know, we had camera rolls. So you had 24 pictures and you didn't get to see it. So you took the pictures and you had no idea how they were going to turn out. So you couldn't sit there and snap 20 pictures. That was your whole roll.
That's crazy.
That you had to then process and pay for all the pictures, not just the one that was good.
That's a choice.
If you wanted pictures, that was just how that worked. You
That's
had
interesting.
you went and you got a
yeah,
roll of
people still
film.
have that.
Yes.
They still have them. People still do that.
Yes.
I don't. I have a shitty little digital camera.
So those were the
And it's
next
really
thing.
fun.
And the digital camera, then you got to like, oh, I don't like that. And then you didn't have to print it, right? Or you could be like,
My
retake
digital
it.
camera has a selfie screen on it, so that I can see myself even when I'm taking a picture of myself.
Which is different. It takes it differently than your phone.
Yeah, it's really bad quality.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. The quality, not great. It was
Is it the
$40.
nostalgia of the?
It's just really fun. It's just like I don't have to pull out my phone to do this.
Because your phone isn't in your hand already.
Oh well. Oh well. I don't have to take up my camera roll space.
Okay.
It gives such a different vibe.
It does.
And then like I'm not constantly in that camera, so every once in a while I'll pull it out and be like, what was the last thing I took a picture of? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gives you some fun vibes.
Yeah. Plugging at the end of summer, do a little summer recap.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Haven't taken enough photos for that. All my 4th of July photos disappeared.
Oh no.
3rd of July, actually, from the evening prior. Yeah, the SD card was not in fully.
So and I meant to ask, can I still post mine from 4th of July? Because I never posted them on social media, but they were some good pictures I'd like to remember.
Yeah, it's only been a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get so busy, I just don't post.
I only post when I specifically take photos to post. It is not candid. It is not candid. It is posed and it is meticulous, and I take 100 photos and I only select 4.
Well, tell us about that process and how that fits into
I'm like
curating your social media.
Yeah, this goes into jealousy and envy, because we really are. So many people curate their social media. Everything out there is fake. I don't Photoshop my photos. However, I am like, which one do I look best in? Which one fits the vibes? Which one, like the color palette, the overall vibes of the whole thing, you know? Yes. Like, I am specifically going out and taking photos for an Instagram.
And
it's not accurate. It's not candid.
It's not. This is not how she looks all the time.
No.
I was going to say, you look great when you get all dolled up. I mean, that's you. I think the latest one was we were on vacation, and you took some, and I mean that's very. And even when the podcast, when we're doing this, how we put on makeup is very different than probably our day-to-day.
I'm planning to get at least five Instagram posts out of this trip this weekend. So
it's all about finding the perfect background.
Exactly. It's
a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Well, and then even thinking about social media, right? Like they call themselves content creators, creating the content.
Yes.
And curating it and wanting to make certain.
Nobody understands how much effort actually goes into that. Like, at all.
Really?
Yes. Everyone's like, wow, you're a content creator. I can literally do that in 5 minutes.
And then you're like, can you?
Can you? Can you really? Because it takes me 45 minutes to post 3 reels, and that's just posting them.
And that's when you already have the footage.
That's footage is all there, all edited. All of them are made. That is just captions, hashtags, posting on the platforms, and most of them are linked. I just have to post in 2 places because most of them are linked to one spot.
So you're saying like at least 15 minutes per?
At least 15 minutes per, because you have to wait for them to process completely to post them. On YouTube, it's more difficult because you have to go in the back end and you have to create specific tags and you can link it to different videos. Yeah. It's more effort than it looks.
Yes.
Yes.
And yet this is what you do as part of your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more effort, but hey, people don't get it.
Mm.
You don't like content creators because it's not a real job. However, they seem to be keeping you pretty entertained because all you're freaking doing is scrolling through their stuff instead of going out, doing something fun, doing something with your life, or getting another job. Literally, there are so many options for you to be doing, and yet you're just sitting here hating on people who are somehow providing you with entertainment or just something to do.
Do you feel like everybody's hating on people?
There's a lot of hate. A lot of it.
Really?
Yes.
Is it that you notice the hate?
It's that I've said it once in a different episode about, I think we did a body image and social media at some point. But people are more vocal about hate than they are kindness. I don't know. Like they're more likely to leave a hate comment than they are to leave a positive comment.
Yeah.
People are opinionated and they think that their opinions matter and should be heard.
There's a whole psychology of related to comments.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm literally there for the comments.
Yeah. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're good, and sometimes I'm like, I didn't need that. I didn't need to read that. I'm so good. Like I didn't need your hatred.
And this is this about you or just in general?
In general, I'll be scrolling. Currently, I'm watching TikToks on. She's a makeup artist. Her name's Michaela, and she's redoing her glam room, and it's a expensive project because it's all custom built and stuff like that. And she put the price in there, and everyone in the comments are like, "Well, I can't even afford my rent. I can't afford this. I can't afford that." And it's like, really? Well, go get a job. I don't know. You're spending time commenting. What's that doing for you?
But I think that that's exactly what we're talking about, which is that envy or jealousy of that is something I'll never have. And I think that
there's also more to that. Like her entire job is social media and makeup. So yeah, she's gonna invest money into her glam room.
Right, because that's where she makes her money.
Exactly.
It's how she does.
That's literally, it's like having an office.
Right. And for her, those are all business expenses.
Yeah.
So
but people don't understand that.
They don't. And that
they think that's fun money that you can just blow, which granted she blows a lot of money all the time and does post it. So
but I think that this goes back to when we are seeing something that we might be envious of or jealous of, and it's like, oh, that like there could be something that I see and I might be like, well, that must be nice or something like that. But then when I really sit there and think about it, that even if I had the money, that's not how I would choose to spend it, because my needs might be different, my values, my goals. And so sometimes it's noticing your reaction, right? The thought or feeling that I had when I saw that. And then, just comparing it to, or not comparing it, but drilling in a little bit, like, hey, what is that coming from? Is this a goal of mine? Do I need a glam room? That might be something you're asking yourself. Like, do I need a glam room?
I have a glam room, but I don't need one of that capacity. I don't need a $50,000 glam room. Yeah.
At least not at this stage of your life.
I bought a little vanity off of Amazon, and I'm slaying.
There you
My
go.
lighting's not the best. Might need a ring light. However,
$30, $50, you're good, not 50,000.
no, yeah.
But then again, you can sometimes look and appreciate what others might have that might
Like,
be
don't get me wrong. I would look at that and be like, in my future house, in my dream house,
right.
would love to have a room like that.
Life goals.
Life goals. Not hating, not envious because I don't have it.
Right. Because that's just not a match for what you need, you know, what you need or what you want right now.
I don't think people are capable of differentiating where that other people have different priorities in life and other words are really hard today.
I was gonna say versus other days.
It's like they're there and I just can't come up with it. I think people have a hard time differentiating that people have different goals in life and want different things and choose to spend their monies in different ways. I think a big part of social media and has been for a while is how relatable other people's lives are.
Yes.
And we all live different lives and have different priorities and different income sources and outcome sources. So it's like no one's life is fully relatable and people need to get that through their head.
Right. But yet, isn't that what some people are seeking? Is they're seeking relatableness, they're seeking connection. And sometimes the seeking relatableness is going, no, that is so far out of my thing. That's so unreal. So let me hate on that. And then I'll go find my people.
Why do you have to hate on it? Why can't you just acknowledge that that's not in your grasp and that's okay?
Okay, so that's a really good question that I wonder if the entire scrolling, because we scroll quickly, we've got to do things that get our attention. Obviously, there's something about this particular content creator that they caught the attention, people pause, they're watching it, but people are going so quickly through it that they're not doing the additional reflections and work on themselves. So they get and this is what social media is about, right? Which we're calling it attention media now. I think we're trying to get people's attention, tie into their emotional responses. And so people have the emotions and they keep scrolling, but they have the emotion, but they don't connect the thoughts to what they're thinking.
I also think part of it is like sometimes you gotta, as a content creator, sometimes you have to say things in a certain way that grasps attention, grasps like engagement.
It's all about the hook.
It really is. It's like, what can I say to get people to comment or to like, or to, want to know more? Yeah.
And you're saying the average person doesn't understand
the average person does not understand that aspect of it. So yeah, when someone mentions a $50,000 renovation that they're doing, like they're mentioning the price to get you to comment.
Right.
It's engagement. It's bringing them in more income. Yes.
Because that's right.
Because that's their job.
The engagement is how they
make their money. Yes. How they are paying for that.
So thank you for hating on me.
Thank you. Yeah. I was going somewhere with that and I completely forgot. Basically, I think with that initial reactions that we were talking about of like people don't do the deeper reflections, the content creators are looking for that initial reaction. They're looking for something to strike within you for any amount of reason.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It does. And then
like you're giving them what they want. You commenting upset about something is exactly what they're looking for. That's exactly what they were trying to do.
Right. And again, they're trying to evoke various emotional responses, which could include envy and jealousy for that. Because obviously, if people don't want what they have, they're going to keep scrolling. So maybe envy is actually tied into some of the attention that people are stopping, and then some of it could be about relating to or not the opposite. So there's lots of psychology, right? The psychology of marketing and content creation and social media.
There's so much that it's such a deeper conversation that nobody has or understands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But being a content creator, Angel, it's nothing. It's easy. It's it's so
People are just, and it's
easy.
such a vanity project, right? Like,
Yeah, it's like just an easy way out. It's not a real job.
mm.
Yes.
And 10 years ago, it probably wasn't.
It wasn't like YouTube got popular about 10 years ago.
Well, and right now, UGC is really big, user generated content. So people my age who, and there's a market for it of like products that I use. So instead of doing what we would say traditionally I grew up with, which was commercials and you paid actors,
People are paying people.
everyday people. And it's a job. Like you get what I think right now most of the going rate that I'm hearing, I'm not delving into it so somebody can put in there what they know, but it's usually about $250 to $500 for a single piece of content that they've created. But again,
at least it depends on your following.
It depends on your and I'm talking like
we're talking like if you have millions of followers, we're talking tens of $1,000s.
Yes, for especially if you're a big creator, if you're getting started, and it's usually you're looking for stuff that people are actually using. So if I'm going to do something on, hey, I use this in my practice, and this is what helps me, or they're doing it with house cleaning products or food, different things like. I'm seeing Sam's is creating this now. That Sam's Club, yes, they're looking for content creators. Sam's Club, like you can go in, like imagine you taking yourself in there shopping, and this is what you get, right? Like
Sam's Club, hit me up.
I'm telling you,
I'm down.
That it's like this is our go-to, the high protein go-tos that we typically get. The amount of caffeine, like.
These are the little snacks I like.
Yeah, this is the caffeine that sustains Victoria in between coffees because we know she doesn't brew her own coffee at home.
I don't, but I drink at least 3 cans of caffeine a day. It's been rough, okay?
I thought you were gonna like try to pull back, and
I thought about it. I did, and then I was like,
why?
Okay, my thing is I drink bubblers.
Yes.
Low calories. Great tasting. If I'm drinking a bubbler, I'm not eating something else. So if I'm feeling like hungry or snackish, I just go grab a bubbler, 5 calories, and I'm no longer snackish. And so I've basically just replaced snacking with a bubbler. So my caffeine intake has remained the same, but my snacking intake has decreased entirely.
Fair.
Yeah.
Look at you working your plan.
Thank you. Thank you. That's just me justifying the amount of caffeine I drink.
Well, but you've also been working on some health goals. And then again, we go back to, and I don't know, like how much of this is motivated by these are my health goals because of my own self-awareness and where I want to be versus I see this other stuff on social media and I sort of want to be like this.
I don't like what I'm seeing on social media.
Really?
No. I saw a Facebook post today and it was like, this would solve all of my life problems. And it was a fat arm and a skinny arm next to each other. And I was like, actually, I really don't want to have that skinny of an arm. Like, I would much rather my arms currently than to have an arm that skinny.
I would rather have a somewhat muscular arm that can lift the things.
Yes. I was like, no, thank you. Yeah, I'm not liking what I'm seeing on social media.
But then again, are we looking at these things through our current lens of what's important to us, our priorities and things like that, right? Because right there, I said my response, well, right now, because that's my goal, the thing I might be working on or wanting for myself is strength. Yeah. Right? As I look at how do I
Would that be a form
of
jealousy when I said that? Like, no, I would never want that.
I don't think it's a fear.
No, it's really just it's my personal opinion.
It's your I think we can still go, that's not what I want. I think that's a clarification.
Like, good for you if you want that. However, I don't want that. And that's okay. And I did not have to comment. I just scrolled. I said, okay.
Yeah. Whereas Because maybe arms aren't your thing. Maybe if they had compared two other body parts, you might have been like, oh, yeah, I want that one. So that's what I'm going to work on.
Maybe.
Right. But I would say things that I am inspired by are, when I'm looking at some of the exercises, especially for individuals similarly aged, that I'm like, man, they can jump, or man, the amount, the deadlifts and things like that. That I'm like,
See, I
I
just
want
think
that.
there's so much that goes into a person's physical appearance, even more from like just eating well and working out, that like some things just aren't realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't find envy or jealousy in how people look online.
Yeah, and like I said, and even if it's envy for me,
Mm.
it is, anytime I'm
It's
seeing
more
it,
like
it's more
motivation.
motivation,
Yeah.
right? Like that inspires me. I want to be able to do that. Now, the reality is, I was going to start strength training this summer, and
How's it going?
yeah,
Yeah. We've been a little
hey,
busy.
I have been. I'm like, how's it August? And I feel like I haven't got my summer on yet.
Mm.
But August, we talked about National Nap Month, and I did get a good nap in. So, yay for me for hitting a goal.
I'm gonna pause this real quick because I do need to check the time because our thing has stopped working. Anyways, jumping back in.
Did you get it all?
I got all
set up?
sorted out. Our little timer's off, guys. Don't pay attention to that. Anyways, what you got?
Well, I mean, the thing that I think concerns me about some of this is we're talking, you and we're looking at social media through a lens that, for the most part, probably feels like an emotionally mature consumer.
Probably, but also emotionally mature consumer, but also people who understand the back ends of all of it.
Right. Because I'm always wondering, what's your motivation? Why are you posting this?
Ooh, let me tell you. So there's been drama. There's been drama online. Basically, this bride was getting married, and 1 month beforehand, her makeup artist canceled because the person, because they were from out of town. However, they were doing a wedding there the weekend prior, so they were just gonna stay the whole week, and that wedding ended up getting canceled. However, so then they expected the this bride that they canceled on to pay all the fees for them to come out, which was over budget already. So they were like, no. And so the makeup artist canceled the contract. That was a lot, and I'm sure you didn't catch all of it. What basically, bride, no makeup anymore. 1 month before wedding, got canceled. But then turns out makeup artists ended up in that place the weekend prior for the wedding that was allegedly canceled to do the makeup. So then it was like canceled for no reason. Anyways, people started hating on her online. I think there was more drama to it. Yeah, there was more drama to there. I don't quite remember. However, I was watching a TikTok today and the lady was like reviewing the makeup artist's apology video, and she was like, so basically, if you look at her page, she always has her hair done and her makeup done, very nice, very put together, very stylish put together. Apology video, hair is not done, no makeup, looks a little less put together. Like there's little tactics to everything that it's like, okay, you chose to do this because it's going to get a better reaction and da da da, you know?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, because people want to relate to others, or I want you to feel like that I really am sorry, and I can't be sorry if I'm fully put together and looking good.
Yes.
Yeah, and so that image,
there's the psychology behind it all.
There is. And some of that, I don't know whether it's sort of age or what, or growing up in the 80s, like I don't mind pictures at home without my makeup, Christmas morning, our boat days, whatever. Like for the family, like this is how you guys have seen me. I don't know that I could like post something.
But if you're being canceled and dragged online,
and that was my livelihood, and probably, I mean, that is scary. It's very vulnerable. cancel culture, I think, is very vulnerable
I
now.
don't think you're getting what I was saying.
Maybe not.
Those were things that there are things that when people are expected to respond a certain way, they do.
Right.
So no, I don't think on a typical. So basically, the assumption is that for that specific video, she chose specifically not to do her hair or to
Right.
do her makeup because it's going to gauge a better response.
Right. No, I got that.
Okay.
And that somebody was pointing that out. Like, I'm not buying this person
Yes.
because.
Well, there was also like a whole woe is me. Here's all of my life problems.
Oh, when she did the apology.
Yeah.
And she made it sounds like she made a poor business decision because right now, and I do think that this is a big part of it, and this might be a totally different topic, trust out there. Like, people, we are in I think we've been called a trust recession. Like, how do we trust the people who are showing up? And yes, for brides, that is a big day. And if you have booked a makeup artist who is coming out of town, it sounds like,
Well, they were supposed to be there the weekend prior, and then that weekend got canceled. So they wanted the bride to pay an extra $500
because they didn't have the other person.
Yeah, so they weren't traveling there already.
And those are some tough types of business decisions, how you have to manage that, right? Because if I'm going somewhere and I split it between two people versus I'm going to go somewhere, they each have to sort of pay the travel expenses.
But you have a contract, you're already there. It's a month out. There's sometimes, especially as a business owner, you just have to cut your losses.
You do, because the negativity, and not only that, I wouldn't want to be known as I'm going to be the person who cancels, right? And this is where, and I don't know quite, I'm trying to tie it back in, but this is where probably some of that jealousy, if there were any, right? You had this bride who was planning on having their makeup done. And
I'm trying to see how we got onto this. It was something about like reactions.
The social media, yes.
Like getting reactions out of people.
And going back to, there was something that I was going to say, which was we're looking at social media through this lens where we're a little bit more emotionally mature. We sort of understand the back end, and
that's how we got
and I like paying attention to some of this now because I'm like, ooh, that was good. I like how that person did that. Or there's some things, I'm a therapist, and some of the things that therapists are doing, like, I get why they're doing it. Because in this day and age, some of the traditional marketing platforms, Psychology Today, these aren't working for us. And so to get attention, people are dancing and, doing these things.
I won't post anything that doesn't feel authentic.
But everybody's in different places, right? Because where somebody else might be like, I've not yet had to resort to that. But that's not, I'm not depending on, my client referrals coming in to feed my family or pay my mortgage. So again, this goes back to people's motivation. And I think also people just
That's how we got onto that.
Yes. But going back, and I keep going down this and I keep skirting, what I am really, really, really concerned about are these 10, 11, 12, 15, 16-year-olds.
The ones that really have no clue about any of this.
And that they're seeing it, and that they're seeing this as reality, or this is just the way these people are. And we know, and this has been this way forever. We've talked about this several times, right? The impact of media, social media currently. But I mean, back in my day, we had the teen magazines and stuff that, what are the expectations for them that they see this and that they feel like they need to live up to that? And that is where I really worry when you think about envy and jealousy and what they think that they must do or that they must want. And so, because they don't have somebody going through that process, they can't do that themselves of like, hey, why is it that I really like what this person, or that I really want this, or I'm mad that I can't have this? And, they're not able to take a look at the context of their life or maybe what they do have, and that because sometimes families, money can be tight for lots of families. And again, it might be relative also to that family. But a lot of times some of it in some situations can come down to where we choose to spend the money. Right? Like you have said coffee is very important to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to, you might be able to make a different decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But these young kids, they're seeing this.
And they want it because that's what's big. That's what's
big.
going around. That's what other people are using.
I mean, like my age, if we got 3 seconds at the water fountain at school, like that, like we were told to hurry up, versus these kids that are carrying around 40-ounce Stanley Cup tumblers.
Yeah.
Like, and then feeling bad. Like, but see, this is part of that. They see other kids in their class, right? School's about to start, and this is huge. School's about to start. They see other, these ads. They see other people. Well, everybody else in my class is going to have these things.
The current trend, this relates to going back to school and social media, is buying my kid however many items is their grade they're in. Like if they're in 6th grade, they get 6 items of whatever they want in the store.
What?
Yes. That's a current trend. But it can be funny because some people are like, in 19th grade.
All right, so there can be some funsy things with it, but yet
that's a social media trend, and not everybody can afford that.
Right.
That's and some of them are picking up crazy expensive things.
Right. We're not talking like little dollar pencils, which that can be.
No, it's not even like school related stuff.
Oh.
Some of it. I've seen some people who like are.
Huh.
Yeah. But I've also seen like 6th graders just getting toys.
And I don't know. It's, and we have, I think it's a lot to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so then there's the whole keeping up with the Joneses sort of phenomena of, and as parents, we want our kids to have things like most of us, we do. But also sometimes we have to realize, yes, I want to say yes and spoil a little bit, but not too much because, man, the entitlement, the brattiness, it can be tough.
Yeah. And then it's a rude wake-up call when they go out on their own.
Is that maybe why people aren't going out on their own?
Life's expensive, Angel.
It is.
I think I've said that in every single episode.
It is. And you know me, I have always been one that has supported multi-generations living in the same house.
I don't know. You keep threatening to kick us out.
That's because, okay, speaking of envy, I'll tie it back. Sometimes you see these clean houses, these quiet houses.
You're not getting that with your husband. Have you met your husband?
But clean. No signs of who came down to the kitchen in the middle of the night and left stuff all over the counter.
It's Nick. It's always Nick.
I'm certain. Yes.
It's not me.
The signs of, at night. Wow, there's 6 pairs of shoes and all these other things. Can we just not take them upstairs? And I say this.
There's only 5 pairs of cute shoes in your kitchen at the moment.
And I say this, and yes, there's a part of me like, I know I will miss it when this phase changes.
Your house is going to be so quiet when I'm gone. Yeah.
Oh, could you like have everything, like, let me experience that quiet so I'll miss it a little bit, like make certain before you leave everything is like.
No.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. I got things to do, Angel.
Okay, yeah. Victoria.
Yeah. I still gotta pack. I gotta put my hair extensions in. That's a whole 6-hour process. She called me high maintenance earlier.
The nails, the hair.
It's because life's expensive and I gotta find cheap ways to do it, even if it takes me 6 hours.
And you have this part of the being on break. You get to tap into some of your creative side. So,
anyways, jealousy and envy. Getting back to our topic,
I think they are absolutely normal feelings. And I think that they can actually, envy itself can help us think through maybe more of what we want.
If you're willing to do that reflection.
Yes, it is. Like, just notice, identify the feeling. Um, so you're noticing it, you're making that observation, you're identifying, like, hey, I'm feeling this way. And then you're choosing your reaction. Like, hold on, like, no, yeah, that trip to Greece, that looks amazing. And I want to do that.
And I will do that.
And I will do that. So maybe that's why jealousy doesn't quite come in. Is it envy? Yeah, but I have 3 or 4 other trips that are more important to me right now.
Or that's just not something I'm interested in for myself.
Right. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
interested.
Oh, me too.
I'm
Me
interested.
too.
I'm not interested in like the mountain climbing. Like, don't get me wrong,
I
a good
am.
hike.
I am.
A good hike, especially around the base or a moderate level. But yeah,
I
climbing
don't
Mount
want.
Everest.
Okay,
No.
listen. If it involves like harness and like
Yes.
climbing the side, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not just talking about taking a hike around basins and
I don't know what
slight
that is.
elevations, checking out some waterfalls.
I am up for some intense hikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. More intense than you're willing to do, however.
I'm willing to train. Oh, because Colorado has some really amazing trails.
Anyways, there's something I was gonna say, but I can't remember, and that explains a lot about me.
So yes, I think no more feelings, but I do think we need to be extremely conscientious. And as any time with children, and even some of your friends, be curious. Like when people are making some of those comments, I'm not saying getting in these debates in the comment section. I mean, unless you want to help that creator, like, go for it, have some of those conversations. But for the most part, when your friend or your loved one or kid is saying, having a reaction, I would be more curious. Like, so what are you thinking about that? So if you did do that, then what might you give up? Like, what is that more important to you than maybe some of these other things?
She asks me that a lot.
Oh, I do.
You do. Anytime I'm like, ugh, I could do this, or I want this, you're like, but I'm like, it's too expensive, or there's this other reason. You're like, which would you prefer? Is it worth giving up this?
I do really do that well with financial things.
Yeah.
What I don't do as well, which it's come up, is maybe the time it cost us. So if I say yes to things, what am I saying no to? Maybe I'll try to apply the area that I'm really good in to an area that I'm really focusing on.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
Takeaways.
Well, I've learned some things.
Have you?
Well, what you were saying about some of the social media, the trend, like, I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah.
This is what?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think our discussion about the motivation behind content creation, and that it's really evolved, and there's a science to it, and most of these are scripted. So
ours is not.
Ours is not.
I think you can tell.
We are, and only slightly
we are
edited.
authentic. We don't cut much out.
No, because I think that's part of what we want to do is sort of show
it's
the
a conversation.
Sort of just
real life.
Back. This is how conversations flow. Yeah. Because I do think sometimes we're losing a little bit of the art of the conversation.
This is how you keep your attention for an hour and have an actual conversation. This is the longest amount of time that we talk in a week when we sit down to film.
We do. This
is our longest conversation.
That is true. Ooh, although I will tell you, and I have to ask you. So I was like, what is this professional yap session that's on my, like, I was looking at something and I'm like, what is this?
Professional yap session with A and B?
Yeah. Well, it took me a while and I'm like, oh, that's Victorya and
It's our weekly meeting for my work.
But I started it.
My role.
Yes. But why is it not on my calendar for a few weeks? It starts in a few weeks.
Yeah. I think you were like, we're just going to be on a break for right now.
Well, I think
I'm a little stretched then.
I think we're both just trying to take our school break while we can before things really.
She was like, what can I title this other than weekly meeting with you? And I said, professional yap session, because I refer to these as our yap sessions.
So that's more like our
And so
professional,
professional yap session is more like, this is our professional yapping, you know?
right? To
Professional meeting.
plan,
Yes.
to plan other things.
Yes.
So
if anyone was wondering what our weekly meetings for my actual role is, it's called professional yap session.
So maybe you'll have to record a little bit of behind the scenes for people.
We might just have them in here. Throw that out one week.
Yeah, like, this is our meeting. This is how we roll.
Yes.
So, no, so I think that is what sort of sticks out to me. I think there's probably a lot more about jealousy and envy. We could have went down a lot more and explored like relationships, because we did not get into.
I think we stayed very like, social media related.
We did, because, do we stalk our ex-boyfriends? Do we, or our current, like, do we follow, what I'm saying? Like, do we control who they're commenting on? I don't stalk my exes. Right. It's not worth it. I mean, there's so many things that this relates to. So people can listen to jealousy and envy and think about. I think that's the biggest takeaway is I would like for people to do.
Multiple places in life.
It does. And just be aware of your initial reaction. Just like, it just gives you information and data that you can go, I wonder where that's coming from. Do I really want that? Or is that night for somebody else, but I have a different goal? So just lean into it a little bit, especially when you're noticing a pattern.
And just because it isn't for you does not mean that you should hate on it, because to each their own.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because if somebody's building a $50,000 glam room, there must be doing something fairly successfully to be able to do that, or they've gotten sponsorships or something else. So, and I think that
most people don't need that.
No.
Most people. But when it's your entire job, then why not invest in yourself?
Secondhand vanity at the Goodwill or whatever like that. Everybody starts out, but you can start off small. And I'm certain this content creator did not start off with all the bells and whistles. But I think that it goes back to this. Why do we have to hate on people? Why can't we not just like,
thank you,
girl, you go, girl. Good for you.
Your thumbs work. Use them to scroll instead of type.
Moving on.
A whole lot less effort.
Now, do you want people to hate on your content?
Go for it. Go for it.
Like, push it out there more, please.
Sure. No. Go for it.
Nice comments are helpful.
Love a good nice comment, but the nice comments don't come. It's only ever the mean ones. Yeah. We don't uplift. Our society does not uplift people.
Oh.
It tears them down.
Ooh, we should see if there's an uplift day or something like that.
Anyways, my takeaways. I don't know. I just think that people are very judgmental and have a lot of jealousy and envy, and it doesn't have to come out, and it doesn't have to be in a way that's rude to others.
Right. And do you think that if people were more secure in themselves and happy with where they were at?
Probably.
Which also may mean they might put down the phone some and go live their own life and engage.
Put down your phone.
That sounds really, I didn't mean it that way, because I love my life and I actually use it as a sort of an escape. Like, let me just scroll for a few minutes. So I actually do it a lot. So that doesn't even sound,
but there are a lot of people who they sit on their phones all day.
Are they are they lonely?
Go find people. Create relationships. Being on your phone is not going to do that for you.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're trying to make friends online.
Go talk to AI. That's my newest favorite little dig at people. Just go talk to AI. Because apparently people are all for it. Anyways, that's not our topic, and we are out of time.
All right, so
we're gonna stop yapping and stop.
We're gonna uplift and just try to get some love out there. So
we're not turning nobody down.
Yeah. So any of our listeners, just spread some love out there. Yeah. Say some nice things to people. Yeah. Lift people up. Life's hard enough. So, and dig into your own thoughts, reactions, and go, what does this mean that I really want, and what do I do with that?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bye. Bye.